Welcome back. Elements Church is an urban church that uses the elements of hip-hop, rap, graffiti, breakdancing, DJing to connect and build a relationship with young adults. Here to tell us more is Pastor Efrain Alicea and Pastor Randy Mason. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So we're going to call you E.
Yes.
Because it makes you feel good.
That's fine.
Warm and squishy inside. So can you tell me what made you guys start Elements Church?
Well, we started the church mainly because we saw a segment of our people that really weren't being they weren't being talked to. They weren't being brought into the church. And churches are normally tradition, right? Mm-hmm. Traditional. Mm-hmm. And so we saw it. I mean, I went to a church myself one time. I had about 60 young people. I brought them to this event. And it was like an outreach, and there were gang members there. It was just a beautiful, beautiful experience. But I happened to have a cap on, and someone tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Hey, in the house of the Lord, we remove our hats." And that just kind of shook me. Right? That kind of shook me because I thought to myself, man, so I can't come as I am. That's what you're telling me. And so we wanted to create a place where hip-hop heads are comfortable. Not only are they comfortable, but we speak in their language. And a lot of people like to say we're a hip-hop church, but if you're an African-American church, you don't run around going, "Hey, come to my African-American church," right?
Right.
Hip-hop is our culture, so we're just the church, and we use our culture and all the elements of it.
Well, hip-hop includes everybody, right? Hip-hop is a worldwide phenomenon.
That's
at this point. Started here in the Boogie Down.
Right. Absolutely.
With the African-American and Latino youth, but has spread out to everyone, right?
Yeah, yes. Absolutely.
So what is it about hip-hop? Like most people, when they think hip-hop, like a lot of people think hip-hop is, materialistic. They think hip-hop is violent. They think hip-hop is misogynistic. And there is a lot of that in certain segments of hip-hop. How is Elements combating that? How is that different?
Well, I would say that that's a common misconception of what hip-hop is. I think that's due to the exploitation of hip-hop in mainstream media and corporations and people basically just trying to pimp the culture, basically. So that's what we get fed a lot through mainstream media. But hip-hop in itself is an amazing art form and culture, and stems all the way back, going into poetry and jazz and soul and blues, and there's just so much more to hip-hop than what you get on the big channels. And so that's what we do. We actually do classes. We have something called the Hip Hop and Heart Workshop, where we teach creative writing, poetry, hip-hop, songwriting, producing music. We have b-boy classes where NDO teaches breakdancing. So I guess you would maybe call us a purist to some degree, but I mean, not to where it would be harmful. Help me out here.
No, I think you got it right. I mean, we just believe that all the elements of hip-hop are beneficial. And we're talking about the right elements, because the things that we consider unbeneficial to us, they're unbeneficial to every culture across the board, not just to hip hop. Right. And it's not just like hip hop didn't invent sleeping around. Hip hop didn't invent that. It was already here. Right. And so we just use the positive aspects that people know and love, and especially the artistic ones. And so, a lot of our schools don't have art programs anymore. Right. So we're starting a nonprofit in order to bring art to the community of Wakefield in a way that maybe hasn't been done. We don't know. We're still getting to know the community. We've only been there 2 months.
All right. Where is your community, by the way?
Well, we're at 4750 Bronx Boulevard, right by the corner of 242nd. It's in Wakefield in the Bronx, just North Bronx.
Uptown, baby.
Yeah, uptown, baby. That's right. And so we're doing now some breakfast for the community and stuff like that. So we're really trying to get involved with them. We've connected with a men's shelter. I don't know if you want to talk about that, because he's really made that connection very well.
Sure. So we do a program called Wakeup Wakefield. As Pastor said, Wakefield is the community that we're in the Bronx. So what we do once a month, we have a breakfast for the community. His son, Mr. Good Food, right? That's goodfood.com. He chefs, professional chef, and he hooks it up. Really good breakfast, and we invite the community, families to come out and just hang out with us. We play some music, very casual, and we just have good food.
Your next one is on January 9th, see?
Yes.
That's right.
Yes, January 9th at 9:30 a.m. Please come by, bring your family, bring the kids, bring your grandma.
Don't hide your kids, hide your wife. Bring them.
Right. Bring them to the
bring
church.
them all.
Yeah, you know, like
All
you
welcome.
said. And it's leading to a concert that'll be on February 20th.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you know, put that in your calendar as well.
And all of that is free. We're
It's all
not
free.
charging, and the food is free.
How do you bring God and spirituality into hip hop? How did the two coalesce?
Man, I think God has been there from the beginning. And in my thesis, I wrote that God created hip hop, which shook a few of my Christian professors. But I really believe that God is in the creative process all along, and it's us that changes things around. And so I think He created it. I really believe that. And then
God is inspiration.
Oh,
right?
absolutely. God, I think all inspiration is God breathed. It's just what we do with our inspiration and how we change it that messes things up. But I mean, if you look at hip hop and you look at the church, you have call and response. You have call and response. You have an MC. You have a preacher. You have a crew. You have your leaders and elders and deacons, whatever you want to call it. So there's all of this commonality. If you put a rubric, I put a rubric up for this, and there are so many commonalities between hip hop and the church.
Can you tell us a little about your toy giveaway that's coming up?
Yeah, we were blessed with a bunch of toys, like bags of toys, and so this Sunday we're going to be giving away toys. Anybody wants to come? I think we're serving the first 100 or so, 150 kids. The kids have to be there. That's the only criteria.
No big kids, actual little
children, right, absolutely. And we've wrapped them. We're wrapping some more on Saturday, so we'll be wrapping them, and they're brand new toys that we were given as a donation, and so. And whatever's left over, then we're giving to a homeless program we serve with called Man of Life, and they've been serving the South Bronx, Hunts Point area for 20 years, and so whatever's left over we give to them, and they'll give them out as well.
So that's going to be at your location
on Sunday.
On Sunday.
9:30 a.m. we open the door. If you come through at 9:30, there are snacks.
Ooh.
Coffee and
Winning.
snacks.
Yes.
Snacks.
That's right.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, so much. If you want to know more information about Elements, where can people go? Do you have a
elementschurch.com.
Okay.
We have that website. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
They're everywhere, people.
Yeah, we try to be.
Efrain and Randy, thank you so much for coming. It's been a pleasure coming into your homes, and I'd like to thank our guests for joining us and you, the viewers, for tuning in. If you missed any part of today's show, you can catch the Recablecast at 5 and 10 p.m. on Cablevision, Channel 67, Fios 33, or watch anytime on the web at bronxnet.org. Have a great week, and don't forget to keep your heart, your mind, and most of all, this channel wide open. Merry Christmas.